Next up, that's me, right? It's the roast master. So I'm going to invite myself. Ladies and gentlemen, we started the meeting at 7:43.
Can I just make a small request?
Yes.
Is the timing criteria for the general evaluators report also?
We have 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay, fine. So
we have 15 minutes. Yeah, I'll make sure that I'll keep aside some time for.
do you want me to do you want me to show the colors 5, 10, 15? Or is that okay?
No. Oh, no, not 15 minutes for me. That's 10 minutes. But
Okay.
I was just saying, we have 15 minutes, so I'm trying to keep it maybe, at the half point. I'll try to make it as quick as possible.
So I'll show you
the agenda
5, 7, and 10. Is that okay?
5, 6, and 7 will do.
5, 6, and 7. Fine, absolutely.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Yes. Okay, that's a tall order. I shouldn't have said that much myself. I guess now I'll have to rush. Anyway, so 7:43, we started the meeting. Certain terms, I had to do the job, and I usually do a bad job about it. And I didn't notice by myself. I don't know what I said. So next time, well, we'll have to get a better sergeant terms. And then we had Toastmaster couple who a Toastmaster couple, he opened the meeting, a DTM couple opened the meeting, and then he also mentioned something about Toastmasters who have assembled from different parts of the world. Somebody was a member of one club, then they came to another meeting where there were another 2 clubs. So we had too many continents, too many clubs, too many people from so many different numbers. So it was, I understand, sometimes this can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm glad you pointed it out, because those are the little things sometimes we miss. Just to it's good to realize that we have come from different parts of the world, and we got together this evening thanks to online meetings. Usually people have a problem with online meetings because there are so many online meetings and it's not engaging. It's just boring. We should switch off the camera and go back to what we do, like we would like to do, like Toastmaster Kathak did it in between. So, but in spite of all that, we did okay, I guess. And he also was smart enough to bring up UK. Toastmaster Kathak, you missed it, I think. Okay, you have a fan in this audience. If he was around, I'm sure he would have jumped up and down in glee. So he shared a few QKs. I wouldn't say he was because normally after DTM Kathak gives the QKs, that is the point when we know whether a guest will become a member or not. That's like the acid test of our club membership. Toastmaster couple was slightly on the mild side, because otherwise normally what we got to see, there is no emoji that explains the feeling that you have after you've listened to DTM Kathak and his QKs. Then we had Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Kokal. Toastmaster Kokal, I have no idea what sort of vocal device you use, because you did sound like a Robocop in between. There were a few people who mentioned something in the chat box saying that it's not clear, but definitely a metal twang was there in your speech. Okay, I don't know how we managed that. And then you asked a question nobody has asked Shannon in the last 105 years. Are you Indian? Then you look at him. Toastmaster Shannon, can somebody spotlight Toastmaster Shannon? Now, which part of that guy's face looks like an Indian? Toastmaster, there you see, that is the color of beetroot basking in the sun. All right, thank you very much. You may remove the spotlight. I believe I have completely taken away the doubts that Toastmaster Google had about his lineage. And you got me, I'm as brown as it could be, and then, but that's okay. And then he had questions like, how many of you are 60s and 70s kids? You have Toastmaster Shannon. How could you forget about it? You have to go back a couple of decades, 60s and 70s, but you were kind enough to add the word kid to it. 60s, kid. Somebody was born in the 60s, but thank you so much. This is a very subtle way of asking somebody's age. Okay, what are your nostalgic memories? Like, for example, a millennial, I don't know who's a millennial in the group, they would say something like, when I was young, we used to have this thing called Facebook and Orkut. And then maybe Toastmaster Shannon would say, when we were, back in our day, we used to ride horses and invade villages. So it tells you how old you are. Role plays, then, yes, when Toastmaster Gokul were asking nostalgic memories, we had Toastmaster Chandana, who, this is difficult to handle, even during an online meeting. She described Makan Malai so well. Oh my God, my keyboard was wet. I was drooling so much. This is difficult to manage. And then after that, we had the role play introductions. Taimo, Toastmaster Chandana, I'm still curious. What are those 2 letters in the front of your name stand for? 1J Chandana Singh. What is that? I'm still curious.
Judging continues.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, this is a remnant from another. Okay.
It is, okay, yeah.
Okay. You know what? Once we had a Toastmaster who joined, a guest, and the name of that person was iPhone. So this is nothing compared to that. Then the favorite, when she was introduced, she said Dalai Lama. And I found that there was a connection between this. You had Makan Malai on one side and Dalai Lama. Everything was interconnected. There were so many connections, even though it wasn't really meant to be. Millennials, yes. The our founder was Toastmaster Kathak. He was doing it for the first time in his life, and I don't think he'll ever do that, because he usually does only 2 roles in our club. One is a QK session, and another one is a roast. He does not touch anything else. Okay, they are far below his capabilities. So we owe you an apology, DTM Kathak. Toastmaster Shannon, then he explained his experience of lassoing a chicken. Why am I not surprised? Toastmaster, you were climbing. Oh, well, this is when Toastmaster Google asked, how many of you have climbed a mango tree to pluck mangoes? No, I don't think generally people do that. Even if you're a kid, you probably would stand at the foot of the mango tree, throw stones or sticks at it. But do you climb a mango tree to pluck mangoes? Show me one person, and then I'll believe the story. Show me one person. Okay, this is when I noticed how we were all positioned on the cam. Now, this is an online meeting, right? And I believe there has to be a certain way you present yourself on cam. So here, for example, Katrak always, if it's an online meeting, always, this is how he is. Okay, I have no idea what is happening with the other half of the his face, but this is typically how he presents himself on stage. I am so curious what is happening on the other side. Now, then there was Toastmaster Sunita. She usually appears upside down. We really haven't gotten to the bottom of this technology, but for some reason, her camera is always upside down. Toastmaster Anu usually appears in the dark, like, half of it will be like, from the movie called Grunge. But today there was a little bit of light. And then Toastmaster Pooja, she doesn't like to occupy space on the screen. So she will occupy like 5% of the screen. So that is Toastmaster Pooja for you. She must be trying to save electricity. Let me tell you, it doesn't work like that. And then Toastmaster Gokul had what? I think he had a stick or something placed on one side of the screen. Toastmaster Gokul, oh, you're now sitting among the greenery. Okay, no, he changed his background. But earlier there was definitely something in front of him. And then Toastmaster Shannon usually appears like the Casper on the screen. I really wish I could, take my mobile phone, switch on the torch, and show you how exactly it looks like. But today, of course, he was at the Hogwarts. But just, the serious time, this part of it is that you may have to put yourself in the middle of the screen, and there's absolutely nothing wrong in showing your complete face. Look at Pooja still. Look at Pooja. There, yeah. She's like, an apple bobbing in the water. Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja, for that word. The word is called, what is it? I switched off the microphone, I switched off the camera, and I tried to say this word. And finally, congratulations. I don't know how many people can say this. It is supposed to mean mentally sharp, right? Yeah, just like DTM Katrak said, only mentally sharp people. Not only mentally people. I think your IQ has to be a 3-digit number, otherwise you can pronounce that word. I finally uttered that word correctly, and my furniture started to float. I think it was some kind of a spell or something. Ooh, we usually have a problem because Toastmasters generally do not use the word. But congratulations, 4 people actually said it. Okay, we need to buy them a sandwich or something. Then came the thought of the evening. Toastmaster Anuradha, she had a beautiful quote from Anjuru. People will already remember how we made them feel. Okay, just like how Toastmaster Pooja made you feel after she gave the word of the day. Toastmaster Gokul, then he went on to say stuff like kadumanga and pickle and salt, and my keyboard was wet again. Man, stop doing this. And that too, at 9:30 in the evening. Oh my God. We had 3 beautiful speeches. Toastmaster Payal, Toastmaster Anuradha, Toastmaster Sarita. 3 completely different speeches, 3 different approaches. It was totally enjoyable. And then we had Toastmaster Gokul, who was the table topic speaker, who came with some beautiful speeches. What is nice about table topics is that we really understand what a person is made of when a topic is thrown at them. For example, DTM Sriram Vadia. He is a sadist who can jump about that. I mean, when you look at him, he looks like such a pavang guy, right? And Toastmaster Shannon, about memories that you can forget, that was nice. Toastmaster Katrak, when you asked him, what do you remember from age 0 to 18? I braced myself for something that usually that we can entertain in a civilized audience. But then Toastmaster Katrak suddenly regained his composure. And then the only problem was this. He was, when you're speaking, aren't you supposed to switch on your camera? Because we were listening to the darkness. Did you notice that? I don't know. And then you said, is that the red color? Either your camera is not working, or you may have to get your eyes checked. I don't know, you're colorblind. Something is going on. I'm not too sure what exactly happened there. Then that is when DTM Wadia talked about his permanent memory loss. And that is when I thought maybe he's not the only one. We finally had the evaluations. We had Toastmaster Sunita, who evaluated Toastmaster Payal. We had Toastmaster Rohini. And how do you remember things like calculus and binomial theorems? I mean, we have tried so much to forget this. This is the part of our life that we have buried it 6 feet under. We put flowers on top. We don't want to go back, and then you come up with calculus and binomial theorems. I have a bone to pick with you, people. But evaluations are all meticulous. They were very observant and very helpful. Thank you very much. And then came the session of the evening called the R-Counter Report by DTM Katrak. He had not done this in the last 45 years. So today he did penance. He made up for all the time lost, and what a report. Oh my goodness. But again, while he was reading out the report, he went down to his usual position. There. That is how a surgeon looks like when he's conducting surgery, I think. And we also complained about people going and ooh. See, when you're recollecting the memory of some of the teachers, people actually will go like that, ahs and ohs and all that just happens. And he also didn't forget to give Toastmaster Rohini a new name, the topper of the ahs. Did you see her expression while he said that? Toastmaster Katrak, be careful when you come for the next face-to-face meeting. Then we called for the reports, and Toastmaster Pooja, this is how she started. I had sent it in the chat list. It's like, I told you so. But you were lucky that you got away with a word like that, okay? That is a solid tongue twister. People are still trying to retrieve their tongue from unknown parts of the face, but you managed. But whoever came up with that word is the saddest who can jump long. Thank you, everybody. This was an enjoyable meeting. And with that, I know I'm late, but I've got 2 minutes left for 2 club presidents to make a closing remark. Please take it away. Back to the presidents.
I take this honor and liberty of inviting distinguished Toastmaster Katrak to deliver the closing address.
Thank you, DTM Kapil. Sorry, I came home late from work, so I could not be a part of the beginning of the meeting, and I missed your Q case, but it is viral, so many people get it. It is so good to have a meeting between 2 different countries where But the thing is, I don't think at any moment we felt we were from two different countries. We felt almost like we are all from the same place, except for one, what's it called? Not a pomegranate. What did they say? I forgot. Beetroot, sorry. Except for one beetroot which we had between us, we all looked quite similar. With this, what was I saying? Yeah. This is the first time I am sharing a meeting with another president, so I'm a bit confused. And I would, before I make any further blunders, I will just hand it over to Toastmaster DTM Kapil, who does an amazing job at this. Over to you, DTM Kapil.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Katrak. Since you are here, might as well give you one quick one. How do vampires gargle? They do
Pumping the
Dracula.
blood.
No,
Sorry?
they do Dracula.
Dracula. Okay.
I'm just catching
Thank
up. So I invite Toastmaster Gokul, who has been instrumental in getting us all together on this frame, to do the honors of announcing the results, because he's the only one who received the votes. Toastmaster Gokul.
The speaker, Toastmaster Payal, which she has already left the meeting, but we are the best speaker. We are best evaluator, since Toastmaster DTM Kapil. Congrats to you. And we have the best open topic speaker, Toastmaster Shannon. Congratulations to you. And that's it from my side, and over to you, President.
So one final closing remark by DTM Katrak, and then we will go for the honors of having a group picture.
And it was quite exciting having two clubs from different countries participating. Hopefully, we should have more further sessions like this. We meet every alternate. We have two meetings in a month. The first one is one of them is a face-to-face, and the other one is online. You all are most welcome. You all can come as guests in any of our meetings, or if you want, we can have a joint meeting at any time. And with that, I close the 206th meeting from our club. And if I'm not mistaken, it's your 97th meeting of your club. Until we meet again. That's it.
So I request everyone to sport their best smile before we sign off. If the smiles are not available, you can always refer to distinguished Toastmaster Devlal's roast report.
Even we don't remember our session numbers, it's okay.
Visible?
Okay, Gokul done?
1 minute already, my please.
So Gokul, what the pose that you want us to do? Khayalon mein?
Can do that, Muscat. Let's all do that sport. Let's
Yeah,
think.
we can do that, yeah, Khayal. It's more about thinking than nostalgia.
Khayal is left side or right side?
Okay, last one quick, and thank you.
Thank you.
See you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a
God,
great
Bye-bye.
I've lost
Thank
See you
you,
again.
everyone.
Session,
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, good night.